Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's newest live collective stream. Who regrets losing you? Sometimes the person who walked away ends up being the one who regrets it the most. Tonight, we're diving into the energy of the Five of Cups to see who may be reflecting on losing you, what they're feeling now, and whether this regret will lead to action or simply remain a lesson. Let's get into it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's live stream. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, whether you're new or not. Make sure you also hit the bell for all notifications. Hi, Kiana. Hi, Real Eyes. Recognize, realize. How are you? Let's get into the first question for the collective, which is who may be regretting losing you? All right, Spirit. For everyone in the room right now, whether they're watching live or the replay, who in this person's life watching right now is regretting losing them? Yes, Kiana, how are you? Thank you for being here. How's everyone doing tonight? This morning, this evening, whenever you're listening or watching. By the way, I'm doing live readings. If you want to donate for a live reading, you can donate via the link in the chat or the PayPal, Venmo, Cash App on the screen. All right. Who is regretting losing you watching this video right now? Whether you're watching live or the replay. The Wheel of Fortune. Someone's regretting losing you because you've already moved on. Really. Things have already moved. The wheel has already turned for you in some way, shape, or form. It's like the energy comes across as you've already learned the lesson. Thank you to whoever just donated for a live reading. This person is recognizing that you've learned the lesson, you've incorporated the lesson, and you've come out a better person, or you've come out more evolved. Whether this is a romantic connection, something romantic from the past, a friendship from the past, family, a job, right? Someone, whoever it is, regrets losing you or regrets disconnecting from you. They regret it partially because they recognize you came out a better person because of it. Low key, high key. Hi AK, how are you? Hi the big DT. Wait a minute. The big DT? What is that? What is going on there? Do I want to know what's going on there? All right, let's move on. The Justice card shows up. Who regrets losing you? The Justice card shows up connected to money, finances, stability. Interesting. Someone regrets doing business with you or stepping over lines, stepping over boundaries in business with you, or when it comes to money, when it comes to investments, resources, personal belongings. Someone regrets taking you or your personal belongings or your services, your offers for granted in some way, shape, or form. And it's kind of like the energy comes across as it's like they really need it now. But they know they would have to come back and grovel and show that they've learned the lesson. once again. So someone may regret losing you because they're just now getting their karma, Loki. Gag. Oh, it's Jen Davis, the redhead. Oh, okay. That's such an interesting name. The Big DT. That's so interesting. That's so funny. I wonder what that's about. But anyways, hi Jen. Yes, I know. I remember you now. Hi Mocha. How are you, Mocha? AK says, and thank you for the last reading you gave. It was so helpful. Yes, how did your exam go? Did it go well? Oh, let's see who donated, y'all. Oh, AK, thank you for donating for a reading. How's everyone doing tonight? Happy weekend, weekday, whatever, whenever you're watching. Let's pull the microphone a little bit in there. All right. AK, we'll get to your question after the collective reading, but also if anyone else wants to donate for a live reading, you can donate via the link in the chat. Oh, wait a minute. That's not the right link. That is the link for a client I sent to earlier. Okay, hold on. Okay, I got it. I got the link. Here's the link. Oh, it's your podcast. Interesting. Cause I know you're like your your connection. You, anyways. Let's not get into it. All right, Queen of Voices, Queen of Swords. A Libra, Gemini, Aquarius could be connected to family for some of you who regrets losing you. This is someone directly who may regret losing you. A Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Once again, female. All right, definitely could be feminine energy in some way, shape, or form. I feel like they mishandled you. They misjudged you. They miscalculated you. This person may have played too many mind games in some way, shape, or form. All right. Could be particularly secondary family for some people. This could be cousin, aunt, sibling, grandparents. All right. Could also be co-workers. Two of Inspiration, which will be the Two of Wands, connected to emotions, family, energy. Someone definitely feels unfinished business with you. And look at the person with the telescope. They're like, I feel like this person watches you, low key, high key. They may watch your social medias. They may somehow watch or track your energy in some way. All right. Someone regrets losing you and may still feel like an emotional pull. They feel emotional. There's unfinished emotional business between you and this person, or this energy. But they still watch you. They still like look for you. They still track your energy or try to track your energy. All right. Especially if you said something like very curt or said something very matter of fact. In the moment, they may not have taken it seriously, but now they're being like, I should have taken it seriously. I should have, like, I get that too. Ace of Materials, the Ace of Pentacles. Who regrets losing you? Some of you, you were or are a part of the glue that keeps everything together. Whether this is related to your job, once again, a relationship, relationships, family, something going back to childhood dynamics, even, right? Um, But I get the energy where you're tired of carrying the burden. Some of you have either left this energy or definitely are in the process of leaving this energy. You're a part of the glue that keeps everything together, but you're just tired of carrying the burden. You know, right? Kiana says, wow, I'm a little behind, but this is spot on. Yes, Kiana. We need to catch up, child. I get the Knight of Inspiration. This will be the Knight of Wands. Facing the Ace of Pentacles. So it's possible maybe someone pushed you out or was a problem. Maybe an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Virgo person, someone very loud, boisterous, confrontational, or someone with this energy is slowly pushing you out. But when you're gone, there's going to be regret, like of pushing you out once again. Or if you're already gone, there's regret of pushing you out. It's like literally pushing you out the door. Look at this energy. The Fool card connected to one-on-one relationships. Someone definitely regrets the possibilities, the what ifs. The spiritual undertones, the spiritual pull, the emotional pull. It's like there's someone out there who you may have had an intense connection with, but for some reason, maybe it didn't go anywhere, maybe the timing, maybe whatever it is. I feel like they still think about you. They still contemplate the what ifs, the shoulda, woulda, couldas. And I feel like low key, if given the opportunity, they might still take the chance now, to be honest. This is the fool. So this person might be foolish enough to just like jump off the ledge and express their true feelings. So some of you might hear from someone who is expressing actual true regret of losing you in some way, or the loss of the possibility or possibilities. Oop, the death card. The death card shows up. Someone regrets ending things. Someone regrets the way things ended. The finality of it all. Even with the ending or the seemingly ending of the connection, there's still things that linger, thoughts that linger, emotions that linger, that they try to suppress or act like aren't there, but are clearly there. Right? I mean, the crown is fully cracked at this point. So someone's trying to downplay, or what would be the word, Spirit? Someone's trying to downplay or deflect or pretend as if they're okay with the way things ended, but they're really not okay with the way things ended, I feel. 7 of materials. I love this card. I don't know why. I think it's so pretty. It's like this would be like a cool music video, I feel like, or music video aesthetic. But be seven of materials, which would be the seven of pentacles. Some of you got your wings cut too short. Some of you weren't. Someone feels like they weren't able to see your full potential, or they weren't able to see you blossom into your full potential. All right. I feel like someone in hindsight may regret things they said to you, or ways or behaviors of managing you that may have aided to or influenced your personal decisions as you gained autonomy. That's deep. That is deep as hell, child. Damn. The Empress connected to the past. Destiny's Child. Hey, girl. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Destiny's Child. The Empress shows up connected to the past. Who regrets losing you? Hmm. This is interesting. I feel the energy where there's like an ancestor almost that regrets. I feel like this is an ancestor that was living at some point though. Like a grandparent, a great grandparent, an aunt, maybe. It could be a parent who kind of regrets not feeding more abundance, more knowledge, more self awareness, self understanding, more magic into you, like not pouring more into you. They're doing it now in the spiritual realm, but they regret not doing it while they were in the physical realm. Maybe they didn't have the capability to do it, some of them, right? But the loss is almost like I could have done more while I was there, and if that would have been maybe more impactful, right? That's the energy I get. But hi, Kimon, how are you? Thank you for being here. The Strength card. Yeah, someone regrets losing you because you unexpectedly. It's like someone literally threw you out to the wolves, and you came out. Or I guess in this case, someone threw you out to the lions, and you came out leading the pack unexpectedly. You unexpectedly came out a victor in someone's story or storyline instead of a victim. And maybe that ties into the ancestral energy because it's like if I poured more into you physically while I was present, you could have avoided some of this, but it is what it is, right? I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna get yes. That's Kiana says I was so curious as to how this will go for me, but it's amazingly, crazily spot on. Yes, Kiana. Ciao. That means you were supposed to be here, right here at this right time, honey. The star card shows up as the last card. Interesting. Someone regrets losing you. Someone regrets playing you. Someone regrets underestimating you. Someone regrets dismissing you because you've now proven yourself to be someone that can go down to the depths and come out a survivor, come out a queen, come out enlightened, right? Come out with more skill sets, more fight in you, more awareness, more intelligence, more sense of self, right? Interesting. It's almost like they regret losing access to the pre evolved you. It's like, dang, I made them evolve, you know? I missed the person before the evolution. Like, that's what I get, but it is what it is, right? Interesting. But Gemini woman in the Empress, yes. Oh, I know, yeah. I know, yeah, Kiana. Child. All right, AK, let's get to your question. Once again, if anyone wants to donate for a live reading, I am available. You can donate via the link in the chats or the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo on the screen. We're going to get to AK's question. All right, AK, let's get to your question. Yeah, Kiana, I know. Definitely. I need to get caught up with the most recent tea, child. All right, so let me log into the right Cash App. Cash App has been. Oh wait, hold on. Let me before I do that. Cash App has Cash App been acting weird for anyone else? Is it planetary issues or is it just me? All right, so it's not either of these. Let me log out because I don't want to have issues logging back in. Hi, Shamika. Thank you for being here, Shamika. What's the spirit want me to know for 2026 into 2027? All right, cool. Let's get into it. There we go. Let's cleanse the cards. All right, let's get to your question, AK. And if anyone wants to donate for a live reading while I'm here, please send your question with your donations if you can. All right, AK wants to know what does Spirit want AK to know for 2026 going into 2027? What does Spirit want AK to know about the year 2026 going into the year 2027, Spirit? AK, I get the 8 of Inspiration, which is the 8 of Wands, showing up as the first card. I get a lot of forward movement, a lot of action, a lot of back and forth, moving back and forth from here to there. You could be very busy going from 2026 into 2027. It could be a busy time for you, an active time for you. It looks like Mars back there. I don't even think that's the sun. Doesn't that look like Mars? Let me look up Mars real quick. Yep, that looks like Mars. Which makes sense with the number 8, right? 9 of Inspiration, connected to money, finances, stability, resources, investments. 9 of Wands. I also see you making some strong financial moves going from 2026 into 2027 as well. I see you making some strong financial moves, some strong financial decisions. All right. That are self fulfilling, self actualizing in some way, shape, or form. I get the three of voices, so there could be stress, anxiety, getting in your head a bit, overthinking, worrying. Definitely may be a need to manage your mental health going from 2026 into 2027. I feel like there's an energy of getting overwhelmed when you feel a lack of control in some way, or there's like a connection there in some way, shape, or form. Or getting overwhelmed, mentally overwhelmed when there's too many aspects where you're lacking or you're feeling like you lack control. The Magician card shows up though, connected to emotions, family energy, home energy. So I see you being strong in your manifestations. There could be something maybe particularly about the months of June or July, whether 2026 and or 2027, where there's strong alignments. I don't know if you're also looking to invest in a home or make changes with family in some way, shape, or form. This definitely is strong mama bear energy. Do you have children, AK? I don't remember. If you don't mind saying, you don't have to say. I get the three of emotions connected to purpose, self-expression for your AK. Oop. Yeah, that seems like you right now. Yeah. The three of emotion shows up once again. All right. Oh, you don't have children. Got it. So I feel like going from 2026 into 2027, I see you being pulled in different directions as well, emotionally, and it could be a lesson learning how to manage. All right. 10 of voices connected to routine, health, work, job. You could be overly stressed if you're not careful. You could be overly overworking yourself. Make sure you pay attention to your health. All right. Um Because the last thing you also want, potentially, God forbid, is your health, is to have a health issue or to, whatever it is, and then to get set back in some way, shape, or form. That will cause even more anxiety and blah, 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 which we don't need or want, right? So take care of your health, take multivitamins if you need to, supplements, but also, of course, eat healthy. Nine of Voices shows up. Connected to one-on-one relationships. This will be the Nine of Swords. I see you going from, especially going towards the end of 2026. I see you being more ahead of the curve than you think you are. Look at the woman down there sleeping comfortably. Meanwhile, your sleep, it's like this. This is your energy. You're sleeping, but you're sleeping upright. You're aligned. You're still tapped in, right? The Empress, connected to change, transformation, evolution. The Empress can represent stability, a woman in a position of power. Maybe she could be important around October, November. This could be you. This could be another woman. Whoever this woman is, she definitely brings change, transformation, possibly opportunity. All right. Two of Materials, Two of Pentacles shows up, connected to change, transformation, freedom in some way, shape, or form. Um, but Two of Pentacles actually would be connected to your degree, school. Are you pursuing two degrees, AK, or are you pursuing a minor, a major, and a minor, or something like that? I don't know what. Or is there like, are you? Is there two degrees? But I don't know. I get the number two showing up here. Um, the Ace of Emotions, connected to long-term goals, career, something emotionally fulfilling. I feel like you go into 2027 feeling emotionally fulfilled, emotionally nurtured, with your cup flowing over in some way. Seven of Materials shows up, connected to early 2027, and then we do get the Seven of Voices as the last card. I feel like the only thing with you, AK, is you have the potential to be your own worst enemy at times. And that may be part of your lesson going into 2027, is mastering the being in the mirror. All right. That's what I see for you going into 2027. Let's get your final card, AK. Once again, if anyone wants to donate for a live reading while I'm here, get your donations in before I sign off for the night. All right. I may or may not be back for a 2 a.m. live. We'll see. You guys know I love to go out to the movies on the weekends. So I will be going to the movies tonight. I want to see the new movie, The Bride. It's been getting mixed reviews, but I've learned not to trust reviews. What about y'all? Do y'all trust reviews all the time? I don't always agree with the reviews I've learned. So, a lot of times I have to go for my own opinion, I feel like. Mastering your own self talk, exactly, AK. Yeah. I feel like it involves mirror work, though. You may want to start doing mirror work. Okay. I have a mirror pretty much in every room, every room of my apartment. Um, I like mirror work. You know. Let's get your final card, AK. Oh, let's see what you got. You got defense mechanisms. I feel like this came out for you before. Soothe uncomfortable situations or thoughts. Or maybe it didn't. I don't know. This feels like deja vu a little bit though. Let's see. Defense mechanisms. Let's read. Okay. It says you are holding emotions and reactions at bay, distracting yourself from the reality that they alert you to. Instead of accepting their invitation to acknowledge and address your pain, doubt, or fear, you ignore, dull, or push them aside. There are many paths of distraction, including food, work, shopping, socializing, or overcommitting. While it's okay to pursue any of these activities, when we use them to keep ourselves from thinking about difficult situations or feelings, they can become habits or defense mechanisms. Avoidance can even lead to addiction. What may have begun as a coping strategy or process to help you through a problem can become more demanding. This card asks you to consider whether you are giving an activity, person, or interest more and more to get you through the day. When this is the case, the activity may be covering over emotions or reactions or keeping your mind too busy to process and find balance within. Our hurts have a way of pushing upward, and something wants to be accepted and released. A mechanism or strategy that was adopted to keep you safe has become a barrier to your best life. Go within, claim your wound, find your pathway to healing, and know balance. All right. You need to show me how to do mirror work one day. Yes. A lot of it is self affirmation. Self affirmations. Thank you, AK, for doing that reading with us. All right. Let's go back to the collective. And once again, if anyone wants to donate for a live reading while we're here, please send your donations in now before I sign off for the night. Witch's Anthem, I'm living for love. I'm living for love. Yes, I'm living for love. I'm living for love. By the way, I have a new album out. It's called Witch's Anthem. It's available on all platforms. So check it out. Okay, thank you. Let's get into the next question for the collective, you all, which is why didn't they see your value before? Why are they just now seeing it? Or why did it take this to get them to see it? Let's go and get into that. Why did they not see your value before? The person that regrets losing you, why did they not see your value before? Let's get into it. All right. For the person watching this video, Spirit, give us clarity and insight. Why does the person that regrets losing the person watching this video right now, why didn't they see the person watching this video's value back then? Why are they just now regretting it, Spirit? Give us clarity and insight. For everyone watching live, everyone watching the replay, why is the person that regrets losing you, why didn't they see your value back then? Knight of Voices, Knight of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries person. Why didn't they see your value then? They saw themselves as the leader, even if they were younger, even if they were less advanced, less experienced, or your same age. They thought they were the leader. They thought they knew better. They thought they were ahead. They may have had an inflated sense of self, an inflated ego. I feel like they said things or spoke things into existence or thought they were speaking things into existence as well. But there's something where for some of them their words came back to bite, or it's like they spoke something into existence but it ended up being your life in some way. And now that you have their life or some semblance of their life, they're like, wait, did they have it all along the whole time? Yes, you had it all along the whole time. The Hermit card shows up connected to investments. Interesting. Someone also, why they didn't see your value back then, they didn't think you wanted it bad enough, or they thought you were not moving fast enough, not moving with urgency enough. But there's something where maybe that's not your way of doing things. You're more of a manifester, an attractor. You let things come to you or meet you halfway, possibly. Right? You feel things out. The hermit is not going to jump into something or charge into something without checking in first. And maybe that's the point, is you check in first as well. And there was a misalignment in the past. It's very much the tortoise and the hare. They thought just because they were faster or move faster or like there's something with that energy, they thought like they were better. They thought maybe they wanted it more, or you didn't want it as much, or you weren't as invested. But once again, the pacing was different. The pacing is different. Ace of Voices. I feel like someone misread you, misunderstood you. Someone thought they had you pat down in their mind as to who you are or who your capability, your glass ceiling, but you broke the glass ceiling. You exceeded their thoughts of your capabilities, and you're proving them wrong. Is what I get. You're just proving them wrong at your own pace. I wanted to post on Instagram just to remind y'all the tortoise won in the end, but I've been keeping it cute. I mean, the Three of Materials shows up. Three of Pentacles connected to emotions. family energy. They thought they had you, like, they thought you. They didn't realize you're in control of your energy. You're the master of your own energy, and you're not easily swayed or moved by things. But they misinterpreted it as, oh, they don't want it bad enough, or they're so wishy washy. They're so, flaky. But maybe what they were presenting just wasn't enough. So it had to be assessed on a deeper level as to the cost benefit ratio, right? But they don't understand that process. Once again, tortoise versus the hare. Nine of materials. This is about you conserving your energy and not paying, like, wasting time on BS. The nine of materials, once again, which is the nine of pentacles, shows up connected to your energy, your zest for life. Someone didn't think you'd be able to pivot. Someone also didn't think you'd be able to pivot so quickly from whatever, however things ended with them into your trajectory as to where you're heading now. I get the five of inspiration. Someone's also still stuck. They thought you would be stuck with them. Or that maybe the roles will be reversed and you'd be stuck and they'd be evolving and growing and figuring it out. Look at the mirror right there. We were just talking about mirror work. Ooh, child. Ten of Wands. It took them losing you and maybe losing you in a dramatic way to see your worth or to see what they lost, what they no longer have. But it almost feels like they lit the gasoline and lit the fire themselves in some way, shape, or form. You just quietly cleaned up the aftermath and moved on, right? Or maybe you didn't even clean up the aftermath. You just quietly moved on, right? The Magician. Some of y'all have literally shifted energies, shifted frequencies. Some of y'all have done the spiritual work and they feel it. They expected the tether, the psychic tether, the energetic tether to always be strong, but it's definitely been weakened by your own magical accord. Some of y'all have been doing the cord cutting rituals, the cleansing rituals, the rituals. The Three of Voices shows up. Interesting. Someone kind of hates that you were right. You ended up being right. There's like a self fulfilling prophecy or a prophecy that came true. Nine of Voices connected to the past, connected to familiar energy. Why didn't they see your value then? They didn't get your rhythm. They didn't understand your flow. They didn't understand your routine. They didn't understand your magnetism. They may have thought it was woo woo. They may have thought you were a little bit off or crazy, but now they're realizing once again while they were sleeping comfortably, you were once again attuned the whole time, aligned the whole time. Seven of voices. Some of you, I'm telling y'all, some of y'all, the tables turned between you and someone strong. All right. Someone who didn't see your value that back then needs what you bring to the table right now. Low key. The tables have flipped, honey. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Awakening. You had an awakening. You had an evolution. You grew. You evolved. You became more psychic, more intuitive, more engulfed in your spiritual journey and your spiritual evolution and being a better person, being a more evolved person, being a more aligned person, right? So that whatever this is doesn't happen again. So that you don't repeat the cycle. Meanwhile, once again, they're probably still stuck. Watch the tables turn. So crazy the language you are using is precise. Yes, Kiana. Child, I'm telling you, you were meant to see this live, honey. All right, let's get the final card for the collective. I'm going to sign off. All right. Last call for live readings. If anyone wants to get a last minute live reading in, that's not the link. Get your reading in or hold your peace until next time. Or you can get a personal reading. Actually, this will be a good time to show the website for anyone who wants to book a personal reading. Let's do that real quick. All right. All right. All right. Let's show everyone my website just in case anyone wants to book a reading, a personal reading. This is my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. Once you reach this page, you know you're on the right page, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. You can scroll down and read reviews. Thank you to whoever just donated for a live reading. You can scroll down and read reviews. You can also check out my social media pages where I do weekly horoscopes. If you would like to book a reading, go to the store section. This is where you can go to view everything I offer. I offer quite a lot. I offer email readings. Wait a minute. I don't know why this keeps doing that. Sorry. I didn't want someone's information to pop up on the screen. I offer email readings, video recorded readings, candles, classes. I also offer video recorded readings sent to your email readings sent to your email, 15-minute, 30-minute, hour-long phone readings, candles, including protection, open roads, blockage removal candles, cleansing, success in finances, success in love candles, individual birth chart readings, compatibility birth chart readings, 12-month ahead predicted birth chart readings, where I predict the year ahead for you based on your natal chart. I also offer mediumship readings, merch including handmade evil eye bracelets, tarot classes, astrology classes, past life readings, and so much more. All right, let's get into whoever just donated for a live reading. Let's see. Thank you, Jillian, for your donation. Let's see. All right. Thank you, Jillian, for your donation. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into Jillian's question. All right. So, Jillian, your question is who secretly misses me? Spirit, give us cutting insight as to who secretly misses Jillian. All right, cool. Who secretly misses Jillian? Give us cutting insight, Spirit. Oh. I get banana voices, Jillian. This would be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or Aries person. Could be someone with masculine energy between the ages of 20 to 40 or 50 years old. This could be maybe you as well, depending on your zodiac sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or Aries. Particularly if you're in a position of leadership. This is not you, this could be someone in a position of leadership or strong energy. All right, they make a strong impression. They're facing the nine of materials connected to stability, investments. Who secretly misses you? The 10 of inspiration, the 10 of wands connected to thoughts, communication. Definitely, I don't get the any communication between the two of you at this time. There's something where there could have been at some point toxic communication. Three of voices. Someone, Jillian, may not be happy with the way things ended between the two of you, particularly when it comes to communication, emotions, toxicity, things getting out of hand. Once again, it could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries person between the ages of about 20 to 40 or 50 years old. Could be someone in a position of leadership in some way, shape, or form, someone with strong energy. Nine of voices, I definitely feel like they still think about you and they wonder if, however things went down between the two of you, if it still affects you, maybe as much as it affects them. But I feel like they're growing through it, they're evolving through it, like maybe they're learning a lesson through it. But Knight of Inspiration shows up. This will be an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, or Virgo person around the same age facing that card. Maybe this could be your energy. This could be someone else, maybe, who also secretly misses you. This definitely, if this is someone else, could be romantic energy here. Could be connected to routine work, job at some point. The Wheel of Fortune shows up, connected to one-on-one relationships for you, Jillian. So I feel like, despite who may secretly miss you, I feel like currently, presently, the relationship sector of your life is moving forward, and this is why you're attracting these energies, or this is why these energies are still lingering on around you in some way. The Ten of Materials, the Ten of Pentacles, change, transformation, endings. Interesting. Once again, are you? Do you hold a position of leadership? Have you been a teacher at some point? Have you been the leader of a group or something? Because I see you being appreciated or missed by a group of people in some way. The Empress. Someone misses your knowledge, your strong sense of self in your own right. Um, your wit, your rebelliousness. Possibly also, I get very strongly someone misses your generosity as well, Jillian. You're not generous with everyone. You choose who you're generous with. I get the strength card. Someone misses your strength or quiet moments with you. Maybe moments of holding you in quiet moments, moments of solitude. Seven of inspiration, seven of wands. Bending time and space, and the six of inspiration, six of wands. Someone misses you because there's something about you have an inner fire that has never been dimmed or has never been able to be dimmed. And it shines through your skin. So I don't know if you have very pretty skin, porcelain skin or something like that, but that's something I get as well. Let's get the final card for Jillian. Thank you for your donation, Jillian. And I'm going to sign off, everyone. I'm going to eat some dinner before I leave to head out and go out for the night. Let's get the final card for Jillian. Jillian, you got the wounded adult. Healing is feeling. Interesting. Healing is feeling. Okay, it says you may have been waiting for someone to believe in your dreams as if they are not worthy of pursuit until you get the green light from an external party. This doubt dilutes your inner truth, making it feel wishy-washy and far-fetched. Waiting for permission to live can create an unfulfilling environment where sadness, regret, and worry can flourish. When you feel down or out of sorts, you begin to focus on yourself. So, in a roundabout way, your pain is bringing you home to yourself, just as insecurities and the need for validation are types of signposts. The discomfort you may be experiencing is due to the gap between the soul's vision and the ego's perspective. The soul sees through conditional eyes of opinion and fear. Step back, or the ego sees through conditional eyes of opinion and fear. The soul sees through the unconditional eyes of non judgment and love. Step back and take in both views. Seeing the fuller picture will help balance your perception so healing can begin. And you can dare to believe in yourself and your dreams, thus reinvigorating hope, passion, and enthusiasm for life. Interesting. All right. Thank you for doing that reading with me, Jillian. All right, final card for the collective. All right, final card for the collective. Let's get into the final card for the collective. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Once again, I'm available for personal readings as well. I look forward to connecting with you in your own personal reading or seeing you in the next video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Conflict. Who regrets losing you? The conflict card shows up. Know what you dislike. Focus on your likes. Know what you dislike. Focus on your likes. Interesting. Conflict. A struggle may be threatening your sense of harmony and security. Be alert to manufactured scenarios of a need to prove a point. Pause, center yourself, and choose to be happy over being correct. If you find yourself being pulled into the same old argument or disagreement, ask yourself whether the unpleasantness has an alternative. Try something different, and the outcome might be a scenario that feels better. There may also be times when you are afraid a conflict will compromise your truth, build resentment, or limit your choices. Conflict is inevitable as people think, feel, and want different things. It is in no way an indication that you are wrong, a failure, or being difficult, nor is it a personal slight. Your experience with conflict may be troubled. For example, you may have grown up or worked in an environment where the slightest disagreement could escalate into a high-stakes argument. You may be unsure of how to respond to conflict in a steady, positive manner, so you do your best to avoid it. No outcome is wasted because knowing what you don't want is a big step towards understanding and choosing what you do want. Grow your ability to manage conflict by being aware of how your body reacts. Aim to move from a stress response to a relaxed response so you can remain present. Listen and consider everyone's needs as well as your own. Get to know your truth. Ciao. This was an excellent video for the collective. Thank you to everyone who purchased live readings. Once again, I am available for personal readings. I will catch you all in the next video. I will see you in your own personal reading once again. Either way, I will see you soon. I love you all. Once again, thank you for joining me tonight. And I'll catch you all later. Love and light. God bless everyone. Bye. And also check out my new album, Witch's Anthem, on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and more. Bye, everyone.
I know you're jealous of me, you can't keep lying. Snitching on yourself, leaving trails, you can't keep trying me. When I pick up my cell, I see a number. You're so obsessed, it's not fetch to the 10th degree. As I walk in the room, I see you staring. The jealous eyes shine like camera bulbs, all flashing on me. Your eyes tell all your lies. You're projecting your jealousy on me. I'm giving your stomach butterflies. My love is supersonic, I'm the fucking psychic with the T. You get that, bitch? 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 Psychic with the T. Your eyes tell all your lies. You're projecting your jealousy on me. I'm giving your stomach butterflies. My love is supersonic, I'm the fucking psychic with the T.